Here we show you how to create and manage data for equipment. Equipment represents things like machines, HVAC systems, pipelines, vehicles, and other items which may require maintenance work. Though this example is done with the web edition, the interface and steps for standard and professional editions are similar. Check on equipment in the main tab on the home page. You will see a list of equipment, if any is defined in the system. You can add a new entry or edit existing entries. By default, it shows equipment in a hierarchy view. Unclick the Show Hierarchy Tree checkbox to see the equipment as a list. Select the checkbox to show it again as a hierarchy. Let's open the entry for Forklift 1 by clicking or double-clicking on it. You have a variety of fields you can enter information. Use the Part Of field to specify if this equipment is part of another equipment. For example, it is a motor in a machine, or a compressor that is part of an HVAC system, and so on. This will allow you to create a hierarchy of equipment and make it easier to understand relationships between them. At any point, click on the Help button. You can see useful information on what to enter in the different fields. In the Comments tab, you can enter information about the equipment, as well as any schematics or pictures. For example, let us insert a picture. First, select the position you want the image in. Then click on the Image button. In FastMaint, web images can be uploaded from your computer and put into a shared folder on the web server that all users can access. In the Professional Edition, you should create a shared folder that all users can access and put the images or shared documents there. In the Standard Edition, you can just pull up images from your computer, since you are the only user and not sharing with anyone else. In the web edition shown here, you can see a list of shared files on the top left. We select the already uploaded Equipment 1 JPEG image. If this was not the right one, we could click on the Browse button to find the right one on our computer and upload it to the shared folder. We can change the displayed image size if it will be too big. Click OK and select the image and put it in the Comments field. If it is still too big, select the image and use the handles to resize it. The Alarm tab allows you to specify if there is an alarm condition on this equipment. You can use the alarm to schedule maintenance on this or other equipment. See the Frequently Asked Questions section in the program Help for an example of how to schedule the task based on an alarm condition. The Log tab allows you to record various events on this equipment. You can import these log events periodically from a comma-delimited file. They can be useful for troubleshooting equipment problems. FastMaint also uses them in conjunction with work order duration to calculate equipment downtime in the statistics report. The Meter tab allows you to specify if there is a meter on this equipment. You can use this meter to schedule maintenance on this or other equipment. see the Frequently Asked Questions section in the Program Help for an example of how to schedule a task based on a meter. The Non-Working Days tab allows you to specify a calendar for this equipment, as well as any days the equipment is not available or running. This is used by FastMaint if you have a meter on this equipment whose values are to be calculated by estimated use. The Parts tab allows you to specify spare parts and supplies used by this equipment. This can be useful to identify which parts to keep in stock and which parts to dispose of if you stop using this equipment at a later date. You can click on the Task tab to assign maintenance tasks used to create work orders for this equipment. You can click on the Edit button next to each task to change the default frequency the work orders are scheduled on this equipment. On the Work Orders tab, you can see any work orders done on the equipment. If you have defined any custom fields for equipment, you can also enter them. For example, you may want to create a custom field for the original purchase price of this equipment. Once completed, you may save your changes. If you go to the Administration tab in the main home page, you can define custom fields on equipment. If you go to Groups on this tab, you can restrict users' rights to view or modify equipment information based on the group they belong to. If you go to the Reports tab on the main home page, you can get reports on equipment, as well as a history of all work done on specific equipment.